just out here walking round this walking town. Walking up, walking down, walking back, walking round, walking mute, walking bound, walking through your walking town. One foot on the concrete shore, one foot in the human sea. Night falls on the streets of the city, and it falls over you and me. In all our dreams and our descriptions of the life this was supposed to be, drift above the rooftops and the houses till the sunlight finds me where I lay. And it's a walking town, and I'm back out here walking round this walking town. Walking up, walking down, walking back, walking round, walking mute, walking bound, walking through this walking town.
Sitting in this lonely town,
when things are gonna change. Dreaming my life away, and it seems them dreams have turned to
So we're nowhere where we said we were going to be. There.
No.
So I want to trade. You guys are exactly where we're
Trade
going
this
to
party now.
He has to be all the way down here.
You'll get there. We're still thinking.
No, they don't. They always me and Jeff sat down there. And Jeff and I sat down there at the very end. No, he didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Lock it in right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please remain standing until the colors have been posted and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem, followed by My Old Kentucky Home by the Blazer Choir.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the land
One. Ready. Two. Ready. Three. Ready. Four. About. Face. Pose. Right. Face. Forward. March.
Please be seated. At this time, it is my honor to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2019, Miss Olivia Grace Allen.
Most of us know the book, The Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. All of us have heard of it, some of us have read it, and a few of us will receive it as a graduation present. Despite Dr. Seuss's reputation of being a children's book author, The Places You'll Go was written for us, graduating seniors, and here's why. As young adults ending a formative chapter in our lives and beginning the adulting chapter of our lives, we have much to be excited about. Whether you're going into the service, beginning a new career, or going off to college, the adrenaline will undoubtedly be rushing through your veins. Who will you meet? What will you become? And where will you go? The new environment, experiences, and individuals you meet along your way will shape your life in many ways you didn't know could, just as Blazer has for all of us these last 4 years. The possibilities of the future are filled with boundless successes, and because of that, we dream of the times to come. However, as Seuss says, life is filled with the bang-ups and hang-ups, and trips through the prickly perch and the lowly lurch. Our lives will be filled with these twists and turns, and if we thought with our time with up and downs was over, we were sorely mistaken. You didn't get the job, your grades didn't quite make it, or even as something as your parking spot was taken. This new life we will embark on will be tough. How we get over these hard times is what defines us. Will you give up and quit? Will you throw a fit? Or will you get up and unslump it? Be the person who unslumps it, who dreams of the places they'll go, who hikes far to the places their problems are and faces them. To those of you who have lifted me out of my slumps, thank you. To my teachers, academically, I've been in many slumps. Calculus was pretty dang hard. Thank you for not letting me stay in the derivatives dumps. To my friends and boyfriend, you will have never let me fall into the lonely slump, and I am forever grateful. Senior company ladies, the squad, and corn cats will go down in infamy, at least in my book. To my family and the friends that feel like family, no one deals with me quite like you all. You all can sense my slumps from a mile away and never fail to help me laugh my way out of it. To the senior class, I know I just spent the last minute thanking those close to me, but I've never gotten to thank all of you, so thank you. Friday night football games, pep rallies, and even senior prank were some of the most memorable times at Blazer and would not have been possible without all of you. One last remark I'm leaving you all with today. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of Paul G. Blazer High School, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 134th commencement exercises of Ashland Paul Blazer High School. Tonight we gather to celebrate a milestone that will always be stitched into the fabric of our lives. For each one of you sitting in these chairs, we celebrate with you, not just the completion of your coursework, but also the investment that others are making in you. To date, the class of 2019 has earned in excess of $4.7 million in scholarships and awards, with more to come. That is something that we can all celebrate with you. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you some honored guests that we have with us this evening. Behind me on the stage, Mr. Sean Howard, Superintendent of Ashland Schools, Mr. Mark McCarty, the Chairman of the Board of Education, Mr. Jeff Carroll, Guidance Counselor, Ms. Beth Ingram, Guidance Counselor, Mr. Steve Dowdy, Assistant Principal. Also in attendance, we have board members Don Ashby, David Latherow, Dr. Patsy Lindsay, and Mr. Bruce Morrison. In addition, the Honorable George Davis, Circuit Court Judge, John Vincent, Circuit Court Judge, the Honorable Gerald Reams, the District Court Judge, and the Honorable Scott Reese, District Court Judge. And finally, if you're here tonight and you're a member of the faculty or staff at Paul G. Blazer High School, a teacher, a staff member, or administrator at Ashland Middle School, or one of our 5 elementary schools, I ask that you please stand as we thank you tonight for the daily investment in our students that have led to these fine young men and women to this celebration tonight. In closing, class of 2019, I want to personally thank you for your leadership, your determination to improve our school, and your drive to make Blazer a place where students feel welcomed. Parents, I want to thank you for entrusting not only Blazer, but the entire Ashland Independent School System with your children each and every day. I know I speak for the entire district when I say that it is not a charge that we take lightly, and it is one that we are honored to have. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." Tonight, you leave here as graduates of what I believe to be the greatest high school in the state of Kentucky. Standing around you are a support system of people that are rooting for you to succeed. We have poured into you ourselves. We ask that you invest in others and not depart from what you've been taught. Congratulations on an absolute wonderful achievement. Go make us proud. At this time, it is my honor to introduce to you the valedictorian of the class of 2019, Miss Emma Catherine Spade.
We all wore the same thing. Well, a few of you may have noticed the little butterfly that I'm wearing, and I put that there to remind us of a very special teacher who is no longer with us. She was the very first teacher to ever welcome me to Blazer, and her name is Miss McKnight. The butterfly is a symbol for both her spirit and our transformations as graduates. Miss McKnight is one of many phenomenal teachers and staff members at Blazer who guided us all to where we are today, and they each deserve to be appreciated. So, on behalf of the class of 2019, thank you all teachers, administrators, and staff for dedicating your time to serve us students for the last 13 years. And thank you, Dr. Braxton, for giving your last AP Latin class the best senior year we could have asked for before you retire from Blazer this year. Now, I wanted my speech to inspire you all, and I promise I will try to do that. But first, I want to share a bit of insight on our reality. We've reached the point in our lives where everyone tells us that we're about to enter into the real world. But the way I see it, we've been living in the real world for our entire lives. The only true difference is that now we are able to change the real world. Everything you've worked for and done so far matters just as much as everything you will go on to do, because you've always been a part of the real world. How you interpret this is up to you, but to me it is inspiring to think that we each hold 18 years of knowledge within ourselves about the world around us. In other words, you are prepared, you are ready, and you are an adult. So you may not have a plan for your life yet. You may have your heart set on a career, or you may just be floating along waiting for something to strike a passion within you. But whatever path you take, travel along with the spirit of confidence. Approach your life with the certainty that you are capable of success, because each one of you has the potential to do amazing things. And I'm not just saying this to be nice. I know this because I've met most of you all, and I see a light in each of you no matter how well we know each other. As you venture further into this world, remember to spread only kindness and that your mistakes do not define you. Now is your chance to move on, to better yourself, to find your purpose, and to share your gifts with others. I'd like to end with the words of a very wise woman named Karen Scalf. Always rock and roll. Thank you.
One of the most prestigious awards given at Paul G. Blazer High School is the Pollock Award. Since 1923, the Pollock Awards have been given to students who have demonstrated outstanding scholarship, outstanding character, and outstanding leadership. Any senior may be nominated by a faculty member, then the faculty votes by secret ballot. A gold ring is given to the most outstanding girl, and a watch is given to the most outstanding boy in the graduating class. The most outstanding young lady in the class of 2019 has been a tremendous part of our school community. This young lady exemplifies the traits of a Pollock Award winner in the words of her faculty nominator. Remarkable, selfless, bright, and gutsy. There are not enough superlatives to do this young lady justice. A natural leader, I admire her reliability and persistence. She has demonstrated these traits on the field and in the classroom. She is graduating tonight summa cum laude with a 4.1944 grade point average. She plans to attend Morehead State University to pursue her degree in veterinary science. She is the daughter of Steve and Stacy Dowdy. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Miss Emma Kate Dowdy, the most outstanding young lady in the class of 2019. It's with great pleasure that I present the Pollock Award to the most outstanding young man in the class of 2019. This year's recipient is an all-around good guy. He always has a friendly smile to greet everyone he meets. The young man is active in numerous school activities. In the words of his faculty nominator, he is a hardworking student who has matured and found his voice over time and is often good for a laugh during class with his clever brand of humor. You may have seen him on the baseball field or working at your local grocery store. He is graduating tonight summa cum laude with a 4.2731 grade point average. He plans to attend the University of Kentucky in the fall. He is the son of Scott and Molly Coburn. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Mr. Trey Coburn, the most outstanding young man in the class of 2019. At this time, I'd like to present the class of 2019 and welcome to the stage Mr. Sean Howard, Superintendent of Ashland Independent Schools.
Would the graduating class of 2019 please stand? Members of the Ashland Independent Schools Board of Education, these students have fulfilled the requirements of Ashland Paul Blazer High School, the Ashland Board of Education, and the State Department of Education. I recommend the conferring of their diplomas.
Graduating summa cum laude with a grade point average of 3.8 or higher, Emma Catherine Spade. Olivia Grace Allen. Julia Grace Clear. Peyton Nicole Scott. Anna Elizabeth Dethridge. Mary Alice Thornburg. 'Cause Cassandra K. Stevens. Scott Andrew Bush. Natalie Elizabeth Thibodeau. Hannah Lee Rollins. Mara Camille Haney. Landon Austin Howell. Peyton Trey Coburn. Ashley Brooke Hudson. Constance Jeanette Jones. Devin McKay Hutchins. Shalana Mackenzie Rice. Carrie Breanne Stevens. Courtney Michelle Jones. Anna Claire Whalen. Logan Ashton Howell. Emily Catherine Dowdy. Rachel Aaron Kraft. Michaela Brooke Akers. Caitlin Hope Lee. Ethan Reed Daniel. Courtney Nicole Lewis. Zoe Kinser Ingram. Nicholas Lloyd Endicott. Madison Riley Green. Olivia Rose Short. Ella Catherine Stevens. Parker Christian Clark. Mackenzie K. Smith. Sydney Morgan Simpson. Savannah Brooke Gifford. Victoria Vanessa Reed. Jacob Daniel Peach. Katarina Taylor Reese. Logan Alexander Brown. Savannah Nicole Miller. Jacob David Laney. Jake Thomas Dameron. James Dylan Adkins. John Franklin Thomas. Felicity Shea Morin. Shelby K. Elizabeth Fouch. Tyler Dustin McKnight. Chloe Elise Van Horn. Rose Louise Carroll. Stephen Luke Alley. Sydney Gabriella Bennett. Caitlin Shea Harvey. Sydney Uriel Brewer. Spencer Bailey Wills. April Hope Nance. Zachary Nathaniel Green. Emma Soleil Johnson. Isabella Nicole Johnston. Mark Alexander Burton. Hunter Allen White. Mary Grace Nance. Colin Race Williams. Cadence Rebecca Stevens. Savannah Brooke Brunty. Emily Grace Potter. Timothy Andrew McKinney. Abigail Lynn Green. Annabelle Catherine Clark. Grace Mackenzie Burgess. Graduating magna cum laude with a grade point average of 3.79 to 3.4. Alexander Wyatt Messer. Justin William Lucas. Sarah Elizabeth Bryson. Zachary Scott Hindeleiter. Holly Renee Sips. Taylor Morgan Gray. Kylie Alexis West. Delaney Louise Mollett. Wyatt Adrielle McCarty. Ishmael Eugene Cruz. Miranda Shea Martin. James Devontae Robinson. Evan Thomas Dickinson. Wyatt Rebel D. Morris. Kevin Elijah Thomas. Caitlin Faye Nicole Hunt. Isaac Trace Caines. Ruth Lynn Paholski. Charles Russell Rogers. Bellaluna Fire Kessling. Austin Craig Brenninger. Elizabeth Grace Centers. Autumn Chase Hill. Allison Page Littoral. Savannah Lachey Braden. Abigail Danae Ralston. Braden Nathaniel Ward. JC Renee Woods. Christian Drew Fannin. Janae Alexis Farrow Beatty. Marcus Dean Maynard. Lexis Paige Fannin. Haley Peyton Haney. Chloe Elizabeth Lambert. Holden Michael Harris. Ryan Sawyer Mays. Lindsay Ann Caines. Brianna Rose Stevens. Avery Lynn Childs. Chance Jesse James Lamello. Caleb Parker Jackson. Kimberly Morgan Boyd. Emily Lauren Rice. Elizabeth Danielle Millhouse. Trinity Ray Helena Kittle. Sean Michael Church. Seth Gabriel Canterbury. Graduating cum laude with a grade point average of 3.39 to 3.0, Jacob Andrew Baldock. Emily Jo Sinclair. Anthony Michael Lopez. Jordan Chase Queen. Addie Elizabeth Howard. Jeremiah James Holmes II. Xavier Luke Stambo. Jacob Edward Doleski. Amaya Lynn Brewer. Braden Michael Carone. Michaela Lynn Haywood. Kaylee Dawn Music. Abigail Paige Evans. Hunter Christian Andrew Mays. Nathaniel Gage Gilbert. Ashley Michelle McDavid. Emma Riley Fulton. Hunter Allen Fryer. Brittany Leanne Cottle. Jaden Kimberly Stevens. Ryan Christopher Porter. Jacob Allen Cox. Daniel Ryan Bryant. Amelia Preston Miles. Isaiah Jackson Hanks. Zachary Stephen McGuire. Wesley Nicole Freeholm. Tori Lane Barber. Dion Thomas Corey. Jeffrey Todd Knotts. Ethan James Patel. Nathan Gregory Alley. Jeffrey Allen Barfield. Gabrielle Evan Blanton. Christian Michael Bradley. Caitlin Renee Brewer. Branda Shea Burgess. Mason Ryan Butcher. Brianna Elaine Callahan. Dakota James Church. Zachary Robert Church. Christine Marshawn Clark. Austin Blake Clay. Robert Andrew Conrad. Tyler Allen Cook. Anderson Allen Crooks Jr. Jordan Louise Curry. Alexis Renee Daughtery. Seth Warren Edmondson. Eliazu Blessing. Joseph Dylan Enyart. Taryn Joy Epperson. Robert Eugene Francis III. Blake Alexander Gibbs. Solomon Shane Delono Green. Austin Joseph Hall. Orion Lee Hall. Richard Marshall Hall. Ethan Kincaid Holm. Alexis Nicole Harris. Derek Lee Harshbarger. John Edward Harshbarger. Brittany Danielle Hiley. Kendall Gage Hignite. Sierra Michelle Hoos. Lauren Shea Howard. Jonathan James Hughes. Preston Robert Hughes. Madison Lynette Jervis. Dalen Thomas Cackley. Jacob Tyler Kemper. William Russell Kingery Jr. Danny Scott Larson. Emily Jade Martin. Jacob Daniel May. Shelby Ray Maynard. Tyler Aaron McKnight. Ari Metropolis. Ashley Taylor Moore. Mackenzie Taylor Morris. Brooklyn Michelle Nance. Jonathan Scott Newman. Madison Cherie Potter. Kaylee Ann Prater. Destiny Lynn Reardon. Charles Brody Rhodes. Savannah Rose Rodeball. Teodoro Joel Saucedo Nafores. Carly Ann Scott. Matthew Edward Sisler. Caleb Austin Skaggs. Selena Kim Soper. Ryan Michael Spinda. Alexis Cheyenne Spires. Vanessa Lyric Stapleton. Reagan Victoria Stevens. Selena Nicole Sullivan. Bria Dawn Swed. Bailey Nicole Taylor. Garen Andrew Thomas. Roman Nicholas Vargas Ariano. Jared Michael Welch. Kimberly Lynn Williams. Gregory Keith Woods II. We ask that you please stand for the singing of our alma mater.
Hail to Ashland's alma mater, loyal sons and daughters sing. Sound her praise with voice united, to the breeze her colors fling. To the maroon and white be true, that triumphant age on age. May we e'er uphold thy name, Ashland, hail to thee.
Audience, you may be seated. Graduates, please remain standing. Graduates, you may now move your tassels to the graduate position. Graduates, you may be seated. Finally, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of the Blazer High School Student Council, Landon Austin Howell.
Good evening. My name is Landon Howe, the 2019 Blazer class president. I would like to start off by thanking my family, friends, and teachers, and one in particular, Ms. Heineman, for helping me get to where I am today and giving me the opportunity to speak today on behalf of Blazer's class of 2019. Teachers, I believe I can speak for the majority of our class when I say, thank you for your hard work and dedication in preparing us for college, or whatever we decide to do on our next journey. Despite the busy work or long essays you gave us, it prepared us in some way for the tedious tasks we will face in adulthood, and I thank you. Parents, grandparents, and other family members, thank you for putting up with our attitudes and constant complaining, all the while supporting our every decision. Ashland High School, thank you for allowing me to meet some of the best people, and thank you for all the opportunities you have provided throughout the years. As the last few days have passed, I have looked at my time as an Ashland Tomcat and wondered, how do we measure the time we have spent in high school? Freshman year, we measured it in class periods. As the years went on, we began measuring it in semesters, and then as juniors, we thought we had it on our own, and we were ready for the ruling senior title. Our rule is now over, in the blink of an eye, gone that fast. Standing here today has made me want to measure my time in high school through all the friendships we have made. Although we will begin to grow old and our memories of high school will fade, we'll always remember the friendships we made. Graduates, you made it, we made it. It certainly was not easy and very testing at times. I'm not going to give you all the typical, we are all going to go to college and make a lot of money and be super successful speech. Rather, though, we are all going on to do different things with our lives, and that's okay speech. For some of us, we are going to college to get a job and start our families, while others are going to get a job straight out of high school and will figure out the rest later on. Some of us will move far away, while others will stay in our little town, Ashland. But regardless of what you decide to do or where you decide to go, remember where you came from. Remember the football Friday nights at Putnam. Remember our risky senior prank, though many might want to forget. But most importantly, remember the people who got you where you are. Without the countless number of people supporting us and encouraging us to do our best, we wouldn't be here. I know many of you are thinking or have even said that once this graduation is over, you are never coming back to Ashland again. And regardless of how your experience here has been, you have learned and grown as a person in this everybody knows everybody town. You have had a unique perspective of small town America, which many see as a disadvantage, but I see it as an opportunity for growth. I know many of us see high school as some of the toughest times of our lives, despite our parents saying the typical old people sayings, oh, what I would do to be in high school again, or the I wish I was in high school again. But I don't think we realize how easily we actually had it. Our future is filled with responsibilities, fixing our own dinners, and maybe making our own beds, which is intimidating in and of itself. I would like to leave everyone with some information I may or may not have found on the internet that might give you something to think about. Or it might go through one ear and out the other, much like Mr. Amel's AP chemistry class did to me. As cheesy as it is, at times, life really isn't fair. It doesn't matter how hard you work for something, you won't always get it. But that doesn't mean stop the hard work. Someone will see your dedication and will appreciate your time and effort, but you have to be patient. Now I would like everyone to think about something you have accomplished. Now think of how you got there. It likely wasn't by yourself. You most likely needed someone who helped you in some way. To be successful, we need to know our limits and to know when to ask for help, because other perspectives are always valuable. We need to remember the people who helped us reach our goals and always make them proud. Aside from making others proud, always make yourself proud. Always do what makes you feel good about yourself, because even though you will have many supporters throughout your life, no one will be there for everything. Be supportive of yourself and do things that not only make others proud, but things that give you a sense of importance or accomplishment. I know everyone here today is proud of our accomplishments and proud of us graduating, but we should be proud of ourselves. We worked hard to get here, and we are only going up from here. Graduation marks the end of one chapter of our lives and the start of a new thrilling one. While we're all looking forward to the journey ahead, saying goodbye to the friends and teachers who have been by our side for the past 4 years isn't going to be easy, but I'm excited to see what we all accomplish. Paul G. Blazer has taught me one thing: we as a class have to keep close to our hearts. Once a Tomcat, always a Tomcat. Congrats to the class of 2019. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, family, and friends, I present to you the graduation class of 2019. Yeah.
Yours weren't
Guys, round of applause for Miss Hopkins. Thank you, Miss Hopkins. She hates us.